Good morning, children. Children, today we are going to learn about clauses. In the earlier chapter, we discussed about phrases, and I remember that I discussed with you the difference between a phrase and a clause. So, as you can see on the board, I have written two sentences. First one says that I could see the dancing artists. Okay, and the second one, I could see the artists who were dancing. The sense is the same, but the construction is different. In the first one, we are using the dancing artists as a phrase, okay? But whereas in the second one, I could see the artists who were dancing is describing this phrase. Now, who were dancing is a clause. Now, just a recap of the difference between a phrase and a clause. Children, if you remember, I told you that a clause always has a subject and it includes the verb, okay, and whereas a phrase might not have a subject, or does not have a subject rather, and it has one finite verb. All right, so if we say that here if we say here if we see here, who were dancing, this is a clause. Why? Because it has got a subject and a verb of itself. Now, if you see these two parts of this sentence, I could see the artists who were dancing. Now, if you just look at this particular clause, this in itself is making sense. I could see the artists, it's making sense. It is making sense independently. So, we call this as the main clause, or you also call it with the name of principal clause, or we also say that it is an independent clause. Clear? Okay, in very simple words, the clauses, see here in this clause also there is a subject and there is a verb. Okay, so this clause is called the main clause. Why? Because it is making sense independently. Okay, so that is why we call it the main clause, or we call it the principal clause, or we call it also as the independent clause. Whereas if you see this one, who were dancing, it is not making sense in itself. It is dependent on this clause. Because it is dependent on this clause, that is why we call it the dependent clause. Okay, or we also say that it is a subordinate clause. What do we say? It is a subordinate clause. Clear? So dependent or the subordinate clause. Now here, children, I would like to tell you a very you can say it is a tip from me, that clauses are often joined by conjunctions. Okay, conjunctions like who, that, which, while, all the subordinate clauses, they are joined by these kind of subordinating conjunctions like who, that, which, while, okay, and as if. So these are conjunctions. All right, one difference: whenever a phrase is there in a sentence, a phrase starts with the preposition, okay, and the other one, the clause, whereas the clause, it starts with a conjunction. Okay, so this is another way of differentiating whether a group of words is a phrase or a clause. You can be asked whether this is a phrase or a clause. Okay, number one, it is a clause because it's having a subject. All right, number two, it is a clause because it is starting with a conjunction. Okay, who, this is joining the two parts of a sentence. I think I'm clear with the difference between the phrase and the clause and how they are joined. Okay. Now we move to the different kinds of clauses. As children, we studied about the phrases, even the clauses, they are of three types. Okay. The first type is the three types of clauses is the noun clause, then adjective clause, and the adverb clause. So these are the three types of clauses that we are going to study, and I'm going to explain this one by one. So the subordinate clauses can be of these three different types. Now, for example, if I write the sentence, he says that he will not fly a kite. Okay. Now, children, if you see, he says is an independent clause. It is making sense. He says, वो बोलता है. Okay. He says what? When we are getting answer to what, then he says what? That he will not fly a kite. So when we are getting answer to this what, this is called a noun clause. This is called a noun clause. Why it is called a noun clause? Because this is acting as a noun in the sentence. He says what that person is saying, that he will not fly a kite. And also, children, most of the time a noun clause starts with that. Most of the time. I'm not saying every time. So this is again an identification, how to identify whether it's a noun clause or not. You will get exercises in the exam wherein you will be asked to identify the clause and tell its type. So you need to be very, very clear with what kind of a clause it is and how to identify. So the noun clause, if you ask the question what on the verb, and if you get the answer, that will be the noun clause. And I have already told you how to identify a clause. Identifying a clause is very simple. It has a subject and it has a verb also. Okay. This clause can make complete sense or may not make complete sense also. So I think now noun clauses are clear. Okay. Let me give you another example of noun clause. If I say, I heard that he is relocating to America. Okay, I heard that. I heard what? Now I'm getting the answer. He is relocating to America. So this all is a noun clause, because this clause is acting as a noun in the sentence. Clear? Now we move to the adjective clause. Adjective, as the word says, it describes the subject or describes a noun or a pronoun. So if I write, my neighbor is a man who has strange habits. Let me write another one. I remember the letter that she wrote to me. Now in these two sentences, students, there are group of words which are describing about some noun. For example, if I say my neighbor is a man, now this is an independent clause here. But if I say who has strange habits, this is the subordinate clause. Okay, and this clause is describing about the neighbor. So this clause will be termed or will be grouped as an adjective clause because it is describing the quality of my neighbor. Now, if you look at the second sentence, I remember the letter that she wrote me. Now, here there's a catch. I remember the letter is making sense in itself. So, this is the main clause or the independent clause or the principal clause. That she wrote to me is describing and it is telling about the letter. It is describing this noun. So, this is the adjective clause. Again, as I said, children, that is not necessary that all the noun clauses will only start with that. Generally, most of the time the noun clauses start with that. Otherwise, like if you see this example, adjective clause also started with that. So there is no fixed rule, but most of the time the noun clauses, they start with the conjunction that. Okay, so I remember the letter that she wrote to me. So that's an adjective clause. So I hope it is clear to you. Okay, the adjective clauses, they describe about the noun or the pronoun in which is used in the sentence. Okay. If, for example, I say Mr. Dhoni is a player who has great dedication. Now, same thing, Mr. Dhoni is a player. It's an independent clause. Who has great dedication is describing about Dhoni. So, this is an adjective clause. I hope it is clear. Now, I'll be explaining the adverb clause in the next video.